I want to talk about who we are as a nation. Then I want to talk about the rule of law. Then I want to talk about our democracy as a team sport. First, who we are. E pluribus unum. Out of many, we are one. The diversity of our nation is a strength. Our ability to be inclusive, welcoming people, regardless of where they come from, who they love, who they worship or don't worship, that's what America's about. We treat each other as fellow citizens in a nation that George Washington once said, where bigotry has no sanction. What's sad about this moment is how much hating, how much divisiveness we are seeing from an administration on a scale we've never seen before, whether it's against transgender individuals, people based on immigration, where they come from, religion. This is not sustainable. This cannot be allowed to stand. I want to contrast this, by the way, with the spirit of our great senator, former Governor John Hickenlooper, who never met a stranger. And that's something that we in Colorado need to hold on to. How we make a difference in this moment includes how we all show up. Do not let people make you afraid, divide you against others. We are indivisible, and we are committed to liberty and justice for all of us. I'm fighting that battle in the courts on a number of fronts. There's an effort to take away people's status as citizens by virtue of their birth. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution, which overturns a dreadful decision, Dred Scott, says if you're born here, you're a citizen. And the idea that a president could undermine that with an executive order is antithetical to our Constitution, which says the Constitution is the highest law in the land, and a president's executive order can't overturn it. We went to court, and a judge said in that case it was the most unconstitutional thing he'd ever seen. I've had to bring 5 cases so far. All of them we've gotten preliminary relief because all of them aren't close cases. These actions are illegal, and we're challenging them as such. That gets to my second point. We either preserve the law as a nation, and we have the rule of law, where people are treated fairly under the rule of law, or if we lose the rule of law, we lose everything. So Congress passes the laws. Senator Hickenlooper has worked on critical laws like the Inflation Reduction Act or the Bipartisan Infrastructure Act. And these laws call for mandate spending. Other authorizations mandate spending for veterans, for people who get Meals on Wheels, for victims of domestic violence. This administration has said they can unilaterally cut spending that has been mandated by Congress. That is a clear violation of the law and the Constitution. We went to court and we won on that issue as well. I want people to understand the logical extension of the argument being made by this administration. If they say they can unilaterally decide what spending actually happens, and they can second guess Congress, they can say we're sending out Social Security checks to certain states, but not to other states, or to certain people and not to other people. And yes, as Senator Hickenlooper said, they're threatening Social Security by another way, which is they're cutting the key workers that are necessary to keep Social Security afloat. So we're defending the rule of law. And my point is, I'll put this in the chat. If we lose the rule of law, we lose everything. And I am going to fight hard for the rule of law. And that's why we're bringing these cases. It's not because I think it's fun to bring cases. It's not because we have extra time on our hands. We don't. We are strapped in our office, but it's too important. With other state AG colleagues, we are going to continue to be on the case. We're very collaborative. I'm going to put in the chat a link for everybody. There are upcoming hearings. The first one's tonight in Arizona with 3 of my colleagues. April 16th in Colorado, we're going to hold a hearing. I'm bringing 2 of my colleagues, Nick Brown from Washington, Aaron Ford from Nevada, to join us so we can hear directly from people here in Colorado. I'll be joining other Indivisible meetings all the way from Durango to Central Park here in Denver and many other places. I'm a big believer. Democracy is a team sport. And that's my final note. Senator Hickenlooper said it well. You all showing up, engaging, make a real difference. We're going to make sure we tell you all about the opportunity to engage in our office at this event. Otherwise, you're going to see and hear things that we need to hear. We got to hang in this work together. We in Colorado can and will be a beacon. We're going to get through this as a nation, and there will be a chance for us to repair and renew our nation after what is a very dark chapter. Thank you all for staying in this work.